Hey guys, so we're off this morning to do some testing, and what I specifically want to do first is a maximum range test between two SENA 20s units, specifically because they state on their website that the range is in best conditions up to 1.6 miles, which I think is complete nonsense. Nobody ever gets anywhere near to that. And here's why. This is my theory, because they haven't directly answered me, but they gave me a roundabout answer yesterday. That spec is not between two units, which I think everybody would assume that means. What that spec means is if you pair the maximum number of riders, which is 8, together in group intercom mode, which is not highest quality, that's the distance between the front and the rear rider. Complete nonsense. So what that basically means is distance between each of those riders, I think it's probably going to be less than a quarter mile. I think that would be stretching it, but we're going to find out today. We've got two 20s units. They're both updated to the latest firmware, which as of the time of this video is 1.7.5. All options are for maximum quality, maximum range. The 8 rider mode is disabled. We're going to be single pairing just between our two units. We're going to go out to an area here. For once, I'm taking advantage of the straight, long, boring Florida roads. We have a stretch up here that goes for miles, perfectly straight, just like you're out in the middle of the desert. No interference, no buildings, trees, cars, etc. We're going to stick him at one end, put him off to the shoulder, and he's just going to start talking. I'm going to go down slowly down the road watching my trip odometer until I can't hear him anymore. And that's going to be the maximum range, period. And then we're going to test a couple different options and see if they change anything. We'll actually try to go into group intercom mode and see if that extends the range, because it does drop it down in quality to give you better range from normal single pairing. I don't know how much of a difference it'll make, but I want to test it. And then after that, I have some testing to do specifically with that weird volume change depending on the order of connection between the GP10 when you're in with another intercom that we found in the first part of this test series. I want to really kind of nail that down more, but that'll be after I get back here, and we'll see what we see. So we're off.
All right, guys, so Bruce is going to be our intercom spokesmodel for the day. We've got his 20s. Both him and I are at the latest 1.7.5 firmware. All settings are the same as I showed yesterday. And what I'm going to do, got this nice, long, straight, beyond the specifications of the 1.6 miles SENA states is maximum distance. Obviously, unimpeded, no buildings. I'm going to have complete line of sight. He's going to be here on the shoulder. And I'm just going to slowly go down and watch my trip meter until I can't hear him anymore. We'll see exactly how far I get. Now we are in single pairing mode right now, the best you can get. Both of our antennas are up. And we're going to do that test. Then I'm going to swing back around, put the antennas down, do it again just to see if it makes any difference. And then we'll go into the group intercom on the 4-person, which is the next step down in quality, and we'll see if that makes any difference. That's supposed to give you the best distance, but we'll see. So, here we go. Go ahead and start talking there, Bruce.
All right, here we go. I'll just start counting.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35,
Okay, right here we're at 0.8 miles is where it actually cut him off. .7 miles, it got super crackly and I couldn't understand him. Beyond that, it was excellent. His sound quality is loud and clear all the way through. So I have absolutely no complaints about that. Again, this is ideal conditions, and I just lost his sync. Just actually dropped the connection. So I'm going to go back, and we'll put the antennas down, do it again, and just see what happens. And I think I just heard it auto reconnect. We'll see if he comes back into range here automatically or not. I'm not touching it, and he's not doing anything either. It's beeping at me again. Not sure what it means. Alright, I can see him, so we're getting definitely close enough. You know, it might mean that you've got something in range, so go ahead and reconnect. Can you hear me, Bruce?
Yeah, I got you back.
Did you press the button, or did it do it on its own?
No, I didn't press the button.
Okay, that's what I thought. Neither did I. So it auto reconnected here about 0.2 miles away. I got 0.8 miles when it dropped the connection completely, and 0.7 before I couldn't hear you clearly anymore. So that's actually pretty darn good. Certainly more than I expected.
Yeah, it started cracking up a little bit when I got up to about count of 30 or so.
Oh, really? You could even hear crackling on your end?
Yeah.
Huh, because I wasn't talking. Interesting. Okay, so now for this test, we're going to do the same thing, and we're just going to put the antennas down to see how much of a difference that makes. Kind of push on it in the middle, and it'll click. There you go. Okay, let me reset this real quick. So I'm going to call that first test 0.7, because that's the point where you went from being loud and clear to can't understand you. Here we go again. As soon as I get clear braking traffic. Go ahead and start counting again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Here we are at 0.2, and he is unintelligible. Also, with the antenna down, even a few feet apart, it started crackling. So he's still counting, but I can't hear him at all. So the antenna makes a huge difference. Absolutely huge. That's probably also why I get much better results between two 20Ss and a 20S and anything else, because the anything else doesn't have that antenna. All the old 10 units, the SMH units, their antennas suck in comparison. So that's very interesting. Can you hear me again?
Yeah, but it's still kind of crackly.
Yeah. Alright, coming back around.
Now it sounds good.
Yep. Yeah, with the antennas down, 0.1 miles is the limit. 0.2, I can't hear you anymore. So that makes a huge difference. That's interesting. Alright, now I'm going to put us into group intercom mode, which is a different type of connection, and we'll see what the quality does and what kind of range we get. Stand by. Do you hear a beeping?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. So now we're in group intercom mode. So I can already tell in this mode it's a little less quality. All right, so now we're in group intercom mode. One last test. Antennas up. Go ahead and start counting, Bruce.
Okay. 1, 2,
Cancel.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18,
All right, so 0.4 miles he broke up. A little bit better than if we were in single pairing mode with the antennas down, but for the most part, pretty bad. Crackly, popping, not as clear, even standing next to each other in group pairing mode. So definitely for quality, you only want single pairing, and definitely you always want that antenna up. And of course, two 20S's together, far better than a 20S and a 10 series. Way better. Not only quality, but range. Everybody I ride with a 10 series, they're at 0.2, 0.3, you know, not even from me to Bruce. I can see him now. He's still connected though, but all I hear is crackling and popping. Hopefully you guys are hearing the same thing. Can't hear his voice at all.
I can hear you now.
Okay, so, yep. Alright, so that's interesting. Just for Bruce's information, you went out about just before 0.4 miles, so it wasn't much better than normal mode with the antenna down. Alright, well that's cool. That gets me all the info I actually wanted. So, yeah, that 1.6 mile SENA range, that is complete BS as far as unit to unit. That is strictly if you're in a daisy chain in an 8-person group. So, there you go, guys. There's the test data. I'm going to play around with that other phenomenon. I'll do a separate video on that. But for now, this is all I want to do and get the hard data for what you can really expect out of the range of your SENA units. Of course, if you got two 10 units, you can expect that shorter range because you don't have antennas anyway. So thank you, Tom. He's having fun on my FZ09. And thank you, Bruce, for the help today.
No problem. It was a blast.
All right, cool. Well,
Right.
now we can get out of this freaking oven and go back home. See you guys next time.
Back